Shalom Yashrala, this your brother Dawudah, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump in on this here topic real quick, dealing with the mark of the beast. Because again, these prophecies are speaking right now, in our ears right now. This is going out real time, And as the debate over what the mark of the beast is, like the scriptures say, measure the time diligently, by doing what? Looking at the prophecies. Now we read these prophecies, the descriptions, and what are we seeing being unfolded here? All right. So this here article is coming from RT. It says analog India's digitalization drive boosted by Google and COVID-19. All right. Problem, reaction, solution. All right. And as you can see, a lot of these things we've been telling you about under the watchful eye of COVID-19, they've been able to slide a lot of things under the rug, with the 5G infrastructure being pushed out, digital currencies, which we're going to get into in this here article, all right, being pushed out, mass vaccinations and masks and everything like that, prepping the people for everybody to get chipped, all right, for different things, all right. So this one here says, tech giant Google has pledged $10 billion to India to help accelerate digital services, while the cash-loving nation is reportedly witnessing a shift to digital payments in the wake of COVID-19. All right, so going into that under the guise of, when they say peace and safety, then comes sudden destruction, right? Same thing here, hey, man. For peace and safety, then you don't have to have a fear of touching some money or whatever, whatnot. They create this here illusion that if you touch the money, you'll wind up getting sick or whatever, whatnot, man. But at the same time, coronavirus is a virus just like any other virus, right? We get the flu come around every year, right? But nevertheless, nobody's like, oh, we need to stop using money because people got the flu. You're going to get the flu off the virus. AIDS is a virus. Ain't nobody got caught AIDS from touching no money. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, continuing on, it says Sundar Pichai, chief executive of Google, said on Monday that the search giant will launch the India Digitalization Fund, a huge money drive taking place over the next 5 to 7 years that will result in $10 billion in funding for the world's second most populous country. All right. So as you see, they're building this here system. All right. In the announcement, Indian-born Pichai said that the mission was deeply personal to him and will involve Google making multiple investments in the country. All right. And Google is one of these companies that's set up by, basically the government, man. All right. For what? To get all your, it's a spying tool, more or less to say, into, the things you're doing. They have a saying that Google knows that you're pregnant before you know that you're pregnant because you're searching certain things or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Before you buy a new car, your computer knows that you're going to buy a new car because of the things you've been searching up, It says 4 areas of focus include making information accessible and affordable regardless to creed, culture, or sex, building new products and services relevant to India's unique context, empowering businesses and guiding them through their digital transformation, as well as leveraging technology for AI and social goods in an area like health, education, and agriculture, bringing all these things together, all right? So in the scriptures, it talk about no man's going to be able to buy or sell. All right, so it says, and it causes all, it causes all rich and poor, free and bond. All right, so let me read this again. It says, it's making this accessible regardless of creed, culture, sex. So going into causes all, rich and poor, free and bond. Everybody's going to catch this, right? Or get this. And it says also, the 4 areas of focus include making information acceptable and affordable. All right, jumping down, it says, building new products and services relevant to India's unique context, empowering businesses and guiding them through their digital transformation. All right. And leveraging technology. Well, let's just stop there. Going into what? Buying and selling. All right. And it says leveraging technology and AI for social goods in areas like health, education, and agriculture. Going into the biometrics, the measurements of life, They're going to be able to tell you, well, if you get this here chip, we can tell you real time if you got caught the COVID or who's around you with COVID, and we can give you a vaccine right then and there, In a statement, Pichai acknowledged that the global pandemic has supercharged the adoption of digital tools in India and elsewhere. All right. So again, problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem. All right. And then they see what the reaction of the people is going to be. And then they offer you a solution. All right. But at the end all be all, the solution was already formulated before they even came out with the problem. They created the condition. That's why they tell you order out of chaos. They create a chaotic situation just to bring in the rule of law, to bring everything back into order. All right. It says, indeed, as of last month, the value of transactions in the unified payment interface, a platform created by India's largest banks in 2016, reached an all-time high as lockdown measures and coronavirus fears compromised the utility of hard cash in the subcontinental nation's economy. This will be good news for Prime Minister Modi government, which famously invalidated most of the country's high-value currency notes in 2016 and hoped to make digital payments the norm. All right, so this is what they're trying to go to. All right, this is the systems that they're trying to go to, man. All right, shape it up that no man should be able to buy or sell, unless he have this mark. Tactics only worked in the immediate term, with cash coming back as soon as money began circulating again. Despite COVID-19 crash, at least for now, still King has adopted and hindering by a lack of infrastructure, something which Google Fund will likely seek to address moving forward. You see, it says, as nice as Pachi's words were, a new expert committee appointed by the government warned on Monday in a report the risk of big tech dominance over the online data. All right, what they call damn, I forgot how they call it. Not fascism, pretty much like fascism, but where you have like corporation rule. All right, according a technocracy. All right, according to the 72-page document, as India moves deeper into digital, market forces on their own will not bring about the maximum social and economic benefits from the data for the society, showing that the country is aware that much of its investment comes at a price, and ultimately the ultimate price is going to be your soul, man. All right. So we're going to jump into some scriptures here real quick, just briefly touching on this. We have to constantly touch on these certain topics because, hey, these are the prophecies that's going on right now. Of course, we got the coronavirus situation going on, the pandemic, the lockdowns, economic collapses, wars and rumors of wars, and all the chariots, all these different things working at the same time. But hey, we're gonna keep hitting these same prophecies because these are the ones that's important and ringing out right now, man. Now more than ever, these prophecies of the RFID chip being the mark of the beast is becoming more and more revealed. So this is Revelation 13, verse 16 through 18. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. All right, like we was just reading into the article, they're talking about whether, you're not discriminating on race, creed, or whatever, whatnot, calls it all, everybody, It says, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. All right, which is going to be this here RFID chip that's going to be implanted inside the skin. All right, this is going to be inside the skin. All right, it says that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark. Now, we were just reading that article on India. All right, how they trying to move to a complete digital currency, just like a lot of these other countries are doing the same thing, man. This is the ultimate end-all, be-all goal for Esau, man, for that complete control and domination. All right. It says, verse 17 again, that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so what these things are going to denote who you're whose property you belong to, more or less to say, And here's wisdom. Let him that have an understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, going into the 666. All right, but we can go a little further into this, right? So again, talking about being placed under the skin, just real quick, going into these words, the word for mark. All right, goes into charagma, stamp or an imprinted mark. It says, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand of the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, So going into these things, you going in, basically you got two different sides. You got, what Yahweh Shah decided to do, their way of living and living life and their rule. Or you're going to go into this Babylonian rule, all right? The Most High say, look, a man shall not lay down with man as he lay with woman, But here in Babylon, they say, hey, two men can lay down together as much as they want. You can't say anything about it. So which side are you going to choose? Which side are you going to be on? You want to follow after this here system? All right, you're going to do exactly what this here system say, man. They telling everybody go wear a mask. Everybody go get this here vaccine. Everybody go get this here chip. And if you want to go follow that and not have faith, this is what you're doing. You following after this here system. All right, it says a mark branded upon horses. Again, showing whose property you belong to, right? A thing carved or sculpture, graven work. So it says a thing carved. Let me jump down to Strong's definition, all right? It says a scratch or etching, a stamp, a badge of servitude, or sculpture, figure, graven mark. So this is going to be something that's going to be graved or etched inside of your skin, all right? And you can even go a little further into this here word, all right? Going into karax, it means to sharpen to a point, all right? The idea... through the idea of scratching, a pill or a stake, a palisade, right? So going into those things, how they say you drive a stake through a vampire's heart, that little shape of that stake, right? Or railroad stake. It's pretty much in the same shape as a needle or a syringe that you would give somebody a vaccine with or whatever, whatnot, But they have these RFID chips that are so small they fit inside of these syringes. You can go and look at Go online and YouTube people getting RFID chips implanted. You know, they go to the tattoo shop and they got the syringe and they put that right on into your hand, you know, showing you that that's what this here mark is. You know, there's something that's going to be engraved or etched or implanted inside of the skin. All right. Now, when we go down into this here other word, right, they're going to try to, well, let me see. It says stigma, right? It says, let me go to this word right here. All right. So going into, you know, going further back into this here word, stigma means to from stizo, or to stick or to prick. Like I said, with that syringe, they're going to stick and prick you with that syringe to insert this here mark inside of your body. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To the ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name of or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their body to indicate what master or general they belong to. So like I was saying, it also says who stamp themselves, some devotees who stamp themselves in this way with the token of their gods. So again, in this last end all be all, who are you going to have your trust and your faith in, you know? Or how are we going to know if we got the coronavirus? How are we going to know we're going to have food or we're going to have money or whatever, whatnot? We got to trust the government and they way of fixing all these things. You know, you're going to trust into the government and his system, the Antichrist way of being, or are you going to go and have faith unto what the Lord say, man? All right, let me try to find that real quick. This is Joshua chapter 24, and I want to say verse 4. Or let me see. This is Joshua 24 and verse 14. It says, now therefore fear Yahweh, and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your father served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye Yahweh. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your father served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh. All right, so you got to choose who you're going to serve. You're going to serve the Lord. All right, you're going to trust in the Lord to feed you and protect you and to deliver you from all these different things and protect you from, you know, getting sick or whatever, whatnot. Or you're going to be like, you know what, we got to trust into the government, because the government is going to be the one that's going to, you know, make sure that we're going to be all right. You know, you have a lot of people that's right now depending on the government. Oh, the government I'm so mad at this senator or this mayor or whatever, whatnot, because they should be shutting this down and that down, and they need to be doing these things, you know. So they're putting their trust in who? The Antichrist system, all right, instead of putting their trust in the Lord, man. All right. So let me go from there. We're going to go to the book of Job, chapter 20, verse, I believe, 18. Nope, let me jump down just to the point. Job 20 and verse 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eaten. So this is also going into why it's important for us to keep touching on these same topics, especially the RFID chip being the mark of the beast, because here it's saying when he's about to fill his belly. We know, according to even Esau's plan, a Noro Ordo Seclorum, his new world order, all right, that he's trying to have, and a new Calyptus, you know, our enterprise has been crowned with success. This is what he's trying to get done, right? He's trying to fulfill his new world order. And we see that it's almost coming to a final stage or whatever, whatnot. All right, he's about to put his final capstone piece on or whatever, whatnot. So what we know, according to the scriptures and the prophecies, measuring the time diligently, that what it say here, let me read again. Verse 22, Job 20 and 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eaten. So when he's about to fill his belly, when he's about to finish his so-called, not gathering, but his so-called, you know, not journey or whatever, but his mission, more or less to say. All right, so we're going to close out right here. This is Job 5 and verse 12. It says, he disappointed the device. Salaka, give me 1 second. Job 5 and 12, it says, he disappointed the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. So it says he disappointed the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So what is their enterprise? Their new world order. All right, they tell you about that again on the back of the dollar bill. Our enterprise has been crowned with success. This new world order. All right, this is what they're trying to accomplish. But what the Most High said, he's going to rain it raining on him while he's, about to fill his belly, But nevertheless, this is this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast system, that Esau is ramping up and implementing right now. This is why you have the global economic collapse going on. This is why you have, the COVID scare and everybody's scared of using money and everything like that. The so-called shortage on coins and all these things. He's trying to create these different scenarios and these environments, more or less to say, these conditions to make you feel and believe that, oh shit, we need a different type of currency. We need a new type of money. We got a shortage of coins. You know what I'm saying? There's hyperinflation. These bills aren't worth too much more anymore. We can get COVID off of this here money. But ultimately, these are all things that's going to, put it in the minds of these people that they need to trust onto the government, because the government has the right answers instead of putting their trust and their faith into the Lord, man. All right. But nevertheless, let me read that. We'll close out with that. Revelation 14:9. This is Revelation 14, verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever. And they had no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name." So, nevertheless, let me read verse 12. "Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua." So, look, man, you have to have faith that the Lord's going to deliver you through these things, not this here system, not your enemy, man. All right, because ultimately the Most High is bringing this here judgment down on your enemy, but you don't want to go down with your enemy, still walking hand in hand with them, man. You got to have faith in the Lord, man. No matter how bad or how messed up the situation may look, oh, I might not be able to feed my kids if we don't have this chip, or I can't get a job if I don't have this chip. Have faith in the Lord. The Lord's going to deliver you, man. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I'm going to say, Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And citation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.